Ethereum is certainly the biggest ecosystem in crypto, but it's slow and expensive. Generally, it's not a great user experience. I'll go one step further. I'll say it's pretty crappy to use most of the time. And really, that's the whole reason, if you think about it, why layer 2 solutions exist for Ethereum. And whether we like it or not, most of the growth and most of the innovation for EVM is happening at the layer 2 level. It's not a bad thing, as long as you find a good one that meets your particular needs. There's a lot of competition when it comes to layer 2s in the crypto space, but we're outlining our top 4 favorites and specifically breaking down what makes these 4 choices the best of the best. Welcome guys to the channel. My name is Maddie. I'm always going to wish you the very best of luck if you choose to invest. Above all, remember that I am not a financial or investment advisor by trade, and by extension, of course, that means that this video is not official financial or investment advice. At number 1 on our list of 4 layer 2 solutions for the day, we're looking at ImmutableX, ticker IMX. And just for context here, our 3 other choices that we're going to get to in a moment are kind of more or less general purpose, if you want to call it, layer 2 chains. And that just means that they're set up for whatever type of app or protocol you have. But we tend to believe that the most successful layer 1s and layer 2s going forward, other than a couple on this list, are actually going to be specific purpose chains or app chains. And ImmutableX is, of course, a layer 2 app chain. Its specialty is games. We've definitely talked about app chains quite a lot here on the channel. Here's an example in this video that we did about Injective, which is a financial app chain. But basically, app chains make their trade-offs in the blockchain trilemma with their specific needs in mind. And in the case of ImmutableX, what does it need to be a great app chain for games? Well, certainly a few important variables come to mind: speed, scalability, low costs, and of course, security. Security always comes as a default priority. Okay, so which of the big 3 in the trilemma is less important for games? Maybe this is a point that can be argued, but the answer to me would be decentralization. Most games are centralized by the studio that makes them anyway. So this isn't as important when it comes to gaming, at least in my opinion. And so IMX built out its chain with these needs in mind. And look, even if you're not a gamer, a lot of the top games on ImmutableX will be names that you're going to recognize. Games that are increasing in popularity already, like Gods Unchained, Illuvium Beyond, and Guild of Guardians. These are some big titles that are making a name for themselves. All of these call IMX home. Now, one of the more legitimate criticisms of IMX used to be that they restricted supply and were creating artificial buying demand. That was the case. It was a valid criticism, but now that's no longer true. In fact, almost 70% of the total supply of 2 billion is circulating right now. So almost 1.4 billion. And it's a number that could still be higher, yes, but it used to be more dangerous, more concerning when it was in the 20s in terms of percentage. Again, now it's at 70%. So now it actually looks like a normal project, and demand for IMX is real. It's organic. It's not artificial. And again, as games continue to grow, so too will IMX. It is a full 400% up above its bear market low and looks to be a pretty good value at its current price of about $2.20. For context, its all-time high was much higher, above $9. And if you feel in any way that blockchain and crypto gaming is going to continue to grow, then you should probably feel pretty enthusiastic about ImmutableX and the IMX token in the long run. At number 2 on our list here, probably not a giant surprise because we're huge fans of it. We're looking at Polygon, ticker MATIC. And the truth is that for many of us here at Altcoin Buzz, it is our personal EVM of choice. It's for obvious reasons. I mean, it has fast, secure transactions, low costs, and a token that we want to be holding, right? MATIC, soon to be POL, by the way, P-O-L. Polygon's innovation to help EVM transactions are many, but some of the most recent ones in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months, really that's ZK EVM territory. This is an EVM compatible network that's a roll-up with zero-knowledge protections for privacy. And Polygon is making its ZK EVM a plug-and-play system. In fact, as this tweet states right here, you can deploy the same code as on Ethereum. Then you get both the EVM coverage from Polygon that you'd expect and the enhanced security of the zero-knowledge features. And it's on the Cardano testnet now. The games on Polygon are also starting to impress us as well. In fact, the top 4 games on Polygon have grown their numbers of unique active wallets by 180%, 165%, 100,000%, and 8,700% in just the last 30 days. And clearly that indicates that big launches are happening on Polygon as well as rapid growth. 3 games have completed more than 2 million transactions in the last month alone, and SmartCats did 9 million in the last 30 days, which is seriously, a challenge in terms of a chain's capabilities, speed, its security, its total satisfaction. All of those were put to the test. But despite the added stress, Polygon is succeeding. Third on our list is Optimism. And we have one specific thing that we like about Optimism compared to other L2s. It is becoming the home of the so-called create your own Ethereum L2. This is especially the case for exchanges. And one of the profitable ways forward for centralized exchanges will be decentralized chains. Coinbase is already doing it with Base, built, by the way, on Optimism. Binance is as well with its OPBNB for BNB chain. That's also built on Optimism. And whether it's due to increased regulations, outlawing, or costs of compliance, whatever the case may be, all exchanges know that decentralized versions are the long-term answer. And these L2s are starting to earn some pretty good money for their parent exchanges. 4 of the top 9 in total daily transactions throughout January are ETH Layer 2 solutions. And of the 4, 2 of those are Optimism-based. Both Optimism and Base are at number 8 and number 9. Optimism knows it's becoming the place to build out L2s, so news like this, where they are open sourcing even more tools, means the trend will only continue to grow. And as Base in particular becomes more successful, it's going to become increasingly likely that more exchanges and other projects will also build out their L2s using Optimism tools. All right, last but not least, at number 4 on our list is Arbitrum, which of course was one of the big L2 stories of 2023. And probably mostly because it was last year that they finally released the ARB token. And of course, that was a big move. Arbitrum is now at number 40 in terms of projects ranked by market cap on CoinGecko. So that's a lot of value that's been unlocked for users. And although Arbitrum is kind of more general purpose in its layer 2 focus than, for example, ImmutableX, unlike Polygon and Optimism, it does tend to specialize in a relative sense. Mostly in DeFi, trading, and games, actually. And Arbitrum is crushing it in TVL compared to its peers, especially when you take out holding the native token, as you can see here. We know that part of this is that DEXs, and especially perp DEXs for trading, are really one of the specialties of Arbitrum. For more than 2 years, GMX traded as a proxy for the Arbitrum ecosystem. And it's still by far the largest protocol using Arbitrum and is still a top 150 project today. But with Hedgic and Lira, you can access options as well as futures and perps for trading. Almost everything you need for a professional trading setup on EVM, you can find in Arbitrum. And as far as games go, you have TreasureDAO and other marketplaces that are linking up to this growing game sector that Arbitrum offers as well. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors. And additionally, we're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. And if you're into passive income and airdrops, just check out the number that we've received until now. Add to that the original TIA airdrop and all the others that are upcoming. We've achieved this by giving several deeply researched and diversified calls. Just check out some of these numbers from December 2023, last month. And right now, the plan moving forward is to reallocate profits to low caps, to diversify into new segments, to keep getting bigger and better airdrops, to catch the latest trends like Bitcoin and Linea inscriptions, and to dollar cost average during market flushes. We just recently introduced a yearly subscription to Patreon, and you can take advantage of that because if you subscribe to that yearly plan for a limited time, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check us out by clicking on the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment below.